Hello to my YouTube friends and family. This is your girl Kalita. I had some people to ask me about how I put together, how do I reborn Behringer or Berjusas that have the limbs that are stitched on like this. I hope you can see that end. See the stitch holes. And how do I connect them to my doe suede bodies? Well, this is a doe suede body that I had from a doll that a customer was selling because basically it had some issues with it. I stitched the areas that were weak, and I said, you know, this will be a good practice doll to kind of teach people the techniques that I use when I am reborning the Behringer or Berjusas with the sewn on limbs. Now, I don't recommend everybody to use the same methods all the time. Some people are not comfortable with doing what I do. So, I mean, you have to basically decide what works for you, whether you're comfortable with doing it or not. For me, it works. I explain to my customers when I have, and I don't sell the dolls that have the stitched on limbs at the same price range as I do the Behringers that have the, that come with the grooves like your reborn kits. Because of the fact there are some extra steps that I take that some people say don't do, but I found it's been successful. I've never had a problem with it, so I continue to do it. And if I find something that works a little bit better, then I'll switch and I'll do that. But anyhow, I glued my table, so I'll stop picking at it. I'm just a worrywart. Anyhow, this is the baby that I'm working on. It was a Berjusa. It was in bad shape when I got it. I had to do some painting and some repair work. So, I got 2 or 3 projects going on at the same time. But anyway, I just attached this leg. As you can see, the glue that I use has not completely dried. But I do glue the limbs inside of the doe suede body. I still use the cable ties. This particular body, the cable ties were destroyed, and so I had to replace the cable ties. So I just did that, and like I said, I attached the leg. You can see it's attached fairly securely. It's not coming off. And this is the other leg that I'm getting ready to put on this body. The person that I bought this Berjusa from had attempted to attach it to another doe suede body. They glued it, and in gluing it, they did a little bit of damage, and you can see that it was stitched. There's some remnants of the stitching or whatever. But in gluing it, they did a little bit of damage along the ends. And so that's the reason why I'm using it for the practice doll. Now, I do not have a tripod, so this is going to be kind of tricky, and I have to work fast. The product that I'm using for the gluing is called Gorilla Super Glue Gel. Now, the reason why I chose this particular product is that it holds to plastic, and I think I had the box somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's Gorilla Super Glue 15-gram bottle, and down here at the bottom, let's see if I can get it to focus. Might not focus too well, but anyway, it's no run, it's controlled gel. And if you see a big number 10, it holds fast in 10 seconds, and it is impact tough, and it says that it bonds to plastic. And as you can see right there, it says that it bonds to plastic, wood, metal, ceramic, rubber, leather, paper, and more. And within 10 to 30 seconds of you applying the glue, it has a bond. So, we're going to try to see if I can place the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so here's the limb. And I'm kind of going to move this down a little bit so you can see what I'm going to do. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is all the edge here where it's stitched, this is where I'm going to apply the glue. Here it is. And you go all along the edge, at the top. You gotta move kind of fast. And you apply your glue. Okay. So once you apply the glue, try to hold it so you can see it. I want to work so I got the tripod because this is really not working. But once you apply the glue, you take and so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. You secure it in place and you have to work fast. Hold on one second. Sorry for that pause, but you gotta work fast and get your limb lined up in place. So just like you would if you were fitting this in the groove on your doll's leg, you would put that in place. And remember I told you, you've only got about maybe at the most 10 seconds to get this in place, and you see it's already sticking. So I check to make sure I got it towards the bottom, and I got to make sure that I have enough. Yeah, see, that's the top row. Enough of the leg inside, because here's where the cable tie is. So this is the top of the limb. You check the same thing on the back. Okay, and then what you're going to do, try to set this so you can see. Then what you want to do, you check the edges, pull this in on the sides. Okay, now I'm going to set the camera down for a second. I'm still here, guys. I try to be realistic that I only got one hand and I got to work with that one hand. Okay, so again, you check to make sure that you're at the top of the limb. Now, once you got that secured, I'm doing this with one hand. It'll be a lot easier if I had both hands to use. But let's see. going to put your cable tie. And what you do, you pull that cable tie up because you need to make sure you got a tight seal. Okay? Pull that cable tie up on that lamp. And then you check for the evenness to make sure you got it positioned correctly. That's about right. I'm showing y'all my whole junky workstation. You see, I've been working all night, a couple projects. Okay, and now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna lay the camera down one more time. I'm still here, of course. Now